Welcome. Once again, I would like to set my intention to bring forth Kuan Yin, beautiful divine mother of compassion and mercy and wisdom. We really need your help right now. We need that feminine energy to guide us through this masculine supremacy and patriarchy that is going on right now where we live. We ask for a translation in English as well as light language to help us metaphysically upgrade our DNA, to protect our sacred DNA, to claim our sovereignty once again. I ask for Kuan Yin to channel, to offer us some assistance, hold a space, a sacred space for us to listen and learn, and just help us through this time. Help us find the love frequency. Help us connect to our Christ consciousness and claim our sovereignty, and so be it. My own presence commanded I go into the 8th dimension, now show me. My own presence commanded that I go into the 8th dimension, now show me. Children, hello, children. I don't know you need my help now, but don't worry. You have got this. This is the tough time for all of you. You are thinking all by yourself, but you must come together, help each other. Stand tall. Don't listen to all this noise. No. Listen to inside. Listen to the self. Come into spirit. Listen to here. I. Mom, too much outside. Too much outside. Come inside. Come here. And stay. Too hot. Love. Too much is happening. Too much outside. Too much. I make you very sad. No. Truth will set you free. So don't listen. Noise. Quiet. Eyes lie. I truth. Come on. Man, very angry. Must come here. I should to ma oh roto to ma should to oh ma should ya ma I should to me to ayo no to ya should to oh you no I no to to ko ma ki to ko ma I should to ma ta oh ya ya ko to ra I ma ki to ma ki ko to ma ya ah should to ko to ta ma ki to ko I should to ta ma ki to ko shata should to ah should to ma ka to ko ma should to ya ki to you know, you think all outside tell you what to do. You choose for you. Shota ma shota ko ma shota ta rot ko ma to ko rota ma shota to ko to corona arta para ya ta ko to ko ma shota to ko ta ma rata to to shota ma ke ore ma oh shota ta ma ke to ko ma you must choose for you and come back to connection with God. Use your spirit inside out. Some won't agree, yeah, but these two shall pass. You must think what you do today will make change for future. What you do now make change for future. So come back, still, quiet mind. Open eye, eye. Love, shine over. In my own presence, coming back from the 8th dimension back into the 3rd dimension now, show me. Thank you, Kuan Yin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is a different energy. I felt my voice go really high at one stage. She's such a she's a very joyful character, even with all that is going on. She just has this abundance of love and so forgiving with all that she sees and knows. And she always, I think it's the whole way of discernment. She doesn't see right and wrong. She doesn't see good or bad. She understands that it is the isness and always just stays in her beauty and her truth and her divinity. And I think that's the key message. Many of us are feeling pulled to follow the narrative. But maybe the key is to just hold the line and stay in our truth. And I think the best way to sort of determine what to do next is that, can you sleep at night by making a choice for your, you know, your workplace or for you? Like, can you sleep at night knowing that it was your pro-choice, or that it was for the good of the work, or for the good of the law, or I wouldn't even call it law, the mandate, the temporary mandate, mind you, it's not, you know. So I don't know, that's the only thing that I can come up with of how to make a decision. And, you know, I've watched someone this morning, you know, following your values, following your principles, following your moral of who you are as a person, never ever doing something just for the outside, for the other, because sometimes that can lead to resentment in the long term. But actually knowing that whatever you decide, you can sleep comfortably tonight. You can have a conscious choice that you knew that if you do something, the outcome may go against the grain, and you're okay with that. Do you understand? Because you're holding on to your sovereignty. You're claiming back your sovereignty, which you have given up all your life from the moment you were born. It was stolen from our parents. It was stolen from this matrix that we live in. And now many of us that are trying to claim back our sovereignty are feeling the effects. And it's now you can understand how our beautiful transcended Master Jesus would have felt when he was owning his sovereignty and going against the religious beliefs of that time. Now we can understand what it means to step into Christ consciousness, because we feel that pain exactly like he felt, as he was the minority. He was the rebellious one. And it made me just realize, yeah, this is what he was trying to teach us. By claiming our sovereignty and wearing that crown, it is like the crown of thorns. It is like, you know, being persecuted and feeling like you don't belong because you're doing the opposite of what the majority is saying we must do to, you know, keep us safe and to get out of this lockdown, you know. But how true is it? You know, like, if everybody owned their sovereignty and everybody claimed their divinity, we wouldn't have this nonsense that is happening right now. So, before I started, I did shuffle my Kuan Yin Oracle set, and it was an interesting card. I got number 7, which is drinking from the Emerald Fountain. Very interesting. Last time it was enter the Jade Temple, and now she's inviting us to drink from the Emerald Fountain. So I'm just going to read it out. The Divine Feminine is encouraging of the awakening and the empowerment of all living beings. When a sincere seeker is trying to find the way through, there is much help sent. It makes sense to be open to receive it, indeed to step forward and drink from the Emerald Fountain, which is the unconditionally loving heart chakra of Kuan Yin. Allow yourself to be nourished by the power and love of the Divine Mother flowing to you now. And once again, her message was about coming back to love. Love is the greatest energy on earth. We can't see it, but you feel it. And I remember watching another video yesterday by Laurie Ladd, I think her name is, and she was basically saying that what we're feeling right now, it's hard for us to explain to people why we've chosen this path, but we know that it's based on a feeling. We are responding to the vibration behind the message. So many of us that have opened the third eye, which is what Kuan Yin was saying, open your third eye, look with your third eye. Don't look with these eyes. They see the Maya, they see the illusion. That is the projection you're seeing, okay, the narrative. When you open your third eye, you can't close it, because it's just like, it gives you a point of view from a different perspective. And not only are you just looking at the 3D, the script, the movie unfold, you're actually now feeling the experience. You're responding to the vibration behind the message, behind the narrative. And that's why many of us are struggling, because we're trying to follow this inner compass and guidance system that is telling us, listen from within, listen from within. But we're getting distracted by the noise from the outside. And that's what it is. And now we're seeing this world in polarity. We're seeing the right and the wrong, the good and the bad. But I think what it's really about is altering the state of consciousness and coming into the 5D of love, which is a frequency where you are using discernment, you're using non-judgment, radical acceptance. You are coming from a place of, it's almost like a bird's eye view. You're not on the battleground, because right now 4D is on the battleground. That's the protests, that's the backlash, the people writing and saying this is no good and labeling people. When you're in a 5D, it's like you're a bird. You're flying above the ground and you're getting a bird's eye view of really what's going on. So I'll just keep reading. There is nothing to be gained in making life more difficult than it needs to be, other than unnecessary stress, or perhaps the learning that isn't as much fun this way. At this time, you're going through a time of important spiritual growth. Your higher self has a set of spiritual schedule and is planning on being at a certain destination in time and space to set events in motion, to benefit from synchronicities, and to be able to live out its divine purpose in the physical world too. The soul is very resourceful and is calling for divine help in getting to its destination on time. When you allow yourself to be helped, great reserves of support become available to you. Your soul is strengthened and nourished by the loving heart of the Divine Mother. And as it's filled with love from the emerald fountain, it can flow through you and you will feel happier, more balanced, content, and peaceful. The more you allow yourself to be assisted, the more you will feel detached and trusting. You will find fewer problems actually arise for you, and when they do, you might be surprised just how swiftly they are resolved, sometimes only with a small amount of effort in your part. This is the benefit of allowing divine forces greater than us individually to nourish and support us. We allow the loving power much greater than our individual consciousness to do the heavy lifting, and our soul path unfolds more joyfully and more quickly. It is doing without doing. I love that. It is doing without doing. You're at the point in your path where you need to support to rise up and break through. You're invited to drink from the emerald fountain, to accept the love pouring endlessly from the heart chakra of the Divine Mother, as it would greatly benefit you, even in the ways that are not as yet part of your conscious awareness. May your spiritual thirst be sated, and may you be supported and assisted by Divine Mother. And then lastly, the prayer. Divine Kuan Yin, beloved goddess that loves me unconditionally, you have my blessing and permission to assist me with divine energy that is for my highest good in all areas of my life now. I kneel at your sacred fountains of love, light, and divine assistance now. I drink from the heart that which fills my soul. I gratefully receive your unconditionally loving help. Om Mani Padme Hum. And that, I think, sets the tone of what we collectively need to do. We need to sometimes make this decision and then that's it, put it to bed. The more we analyze it, the more we overthink it, then we've stepped into the ego, because the ego will, go back to its limiting beliefs. The ego will try and talk you out of it. I think it's really now, you make your decision, you make your bed, and that's it, and you're done. Because now it's the doing without doing, and it's whatever will be, and if you are comfortable in protecting your sovereignty, protecting your sacred DNA, then that's it. that is your highest value. You know, can you put your hand on your heart and say, yes, I can sleep tonight. I've done what I need to do. And, you know, this is only a temporary thing. It may not be here in 6 months' time. So I think whatever decision is made, you just don't know. Like it's a very strange time to be in. And, you know, I said this last week, timelines are now going really fast. There's this sense of acceleration. You've got to make a choice, you've got to make a decision. And then sometimes time slows down. And then it feels like you've got all the time in the world to stretch and to really nut it out. So it's a strange month. I think we're in the thick of the mud. There's no doubt in my mind. But I know that the lotus is deep within us, ready to bloom. It's ready to just come to the surface. And we just need to invite it, like what Kuan Yin is saying. Drink from that emerald fountain. Ask for assistance. Ask for guidance. Take time to meditate. Take time to check in and ask yourself, what is true for me? What do I need to do? And see what happens, you know. But, you know, whatever you do, just make it a conscious choice. And I think that's why it's hard. Maybe we're overanalyzing it, and we just need to just say, this is what I'm going to do, and that's it, and then done. You know, you move on. And then see what the outside do, because they're going to get more uncomfortable. Let's just face it. People are now seeing the mirror of their own insecurities. People are experiencing their own shadows getting triggered. But if you know your shadow and you've quieted down your ego and now you're just stepping into your heart center, you can't argue with that, because truth, your own truth is, that's it. There's this the law of just knowing that this is what I need to do, and that's it. You know, take it or leave it. Let the outside work out what they need to do, you know. It's because you're doing what's morally right for you. It's so hard. Anyway, let's see what happens for all of us. But I just want to read this one. Remind yourself that I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity, God's desire. That's a nice little affirmation to keep connected to Christ consciousness and to step into that 5D new earth that we so severely need. Like right now, it's like I just truly want that feminine new earth to be our reality, and I'll do whatever I need to do to help make that happen. So enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste, and take care, and love and light to all of you.